Alright, welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. So I was looking at this, and I was noticing that a lot of our problems are stemming from just us only having this one way into downtown. There's no other real crossings or any other ways to get into downtown, and that's becoming a big problem and why we're having so much traffic in this area. I mean, if you look at this interchange here, it's just a mess during rush hour. So we need to get this sorted out. So I'm going to do something, and this wasn't really something I wanted to do, but we really need to get another freeway going in this area. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a little bit of a spur line, or just another line here. And I'm thinking it's going to come off of here. I kind of already put things in place a little bit. In fact, I kind of want to move this one over as far as we can without breaking it. That's perfect. Okay. And we're actually just going to, we're basically going to create a line. It's actually going to come along here. It's going to wipe out these offices in here. And it's actually good because there's actually already commercial along here, so it kind of works. And I think this pretty much clears up that this whole area is not going to be the cemetery. And then we're actually going to, so we're going to bring it along here, and we're going to bring it up along here. And then we're going to curve it over. And then it will eventually come out here and connect into these roads as well. But I think we're just going to mainly focus on like these 2 or 3 roads, in here, and then we're going to work from there. Now, what I'm thinking is that this road running along the baseball field right here will actually become the frontage road, and somewhere in here it'll actually split off and become the frontage road. So it's going to split off into 2 one-way roads, which we'll see in a second. All right, so let's do that. Oh, that's so unfortunately it's going to wipe out a little bit of stuff, and it's going to kind of change up the area a little bit, but I'm kind of actually a little bit excited about this as well, as it's going to give a little bit of a unique look, and it's going to hopefully, I'm really hopeful that it's going to actually help the traffic out a little bit in this area, kind of future-proof the area a little bit as well. So at some point it is going to just split off. Actually, that kind of worked. So it's going to split off into here, and then we're going to come along here. So basically all of this, if we click on the right thing there, will be gone. So all these offices in here they will all be just disappeared. Let's see. So we'll come up to here, and we're going to do hopefully a nice turn here. Now, that's going to mess up some of this roadway here. I'm wondering, should we leave crossroads here and maybe just make these one-ways? And then we can make these one-ways as before. Where do these end here? They just end in here. Isn't this this is the one-way section, so I guess that kind of works. But I feel like it's not going to be elevated. Or it's not going to be elevated just for clearing these roads. These roads are going to be severed, which is a little bit unfortunate. And then it's going to be this block area here this is going to be a little tight in here. It's going to be interesting. See, the problem I have with this is that when we make this 90 degrees, I don't want too much in the way here. I would rather these just kind of curve with it, but if we kind of kept these one-wayed, right, and then we kept these one-wayed, I think that would look alright. It would kind of fit into the aesthetic of the area. So it's this square here. What do we have right there? I guess it's... Okay, that's weird. Alright, so these guys are going to be gone. Unfortunately, we're wiping out, a good amount of jobs here, but hopefully it'll be for the better. So let's at least clear these guys out, so I kind of have an idea of what we're looking at here. So these are going to go, and these are going to go. I think I'm going to leave this area to be wide and like this. Now this road needs to go. And I think I'm going to go and leave these roads because I was thinking of just curving it. Well, we could curve it, and we could leave these one way, but curve it. And no, actually, we're not going to curve it. I'm not going to curve it. I just made my decision that these are going to be one-wayed all the way through town here. So these are going to become one-way streets, at least up until that point. So let's see here. So at least So these are probably going to turn into single lane roads anyways. Unless we take that to 2 lanes, which is really not needed, so I don't think we will. And it would make sense for putting a off-ramp there anyways, so these are all going to be one-way up through. I'm going to one-way these up until this intersection here, wherever it is, this one up here, here we go. And then we're going to one-way this all the way down. Okay, I was afraid I might have one-wayed wrong roads there, but it looks like we're doing good. Oh, okay, there we go. And if we go around this curve here, we need to clear out some trees. But aside from that, it's doing pretty good. This needs to go that way, so it'll split off. I mean, we could keep it 2 lanes, but it really wouldn't make sense. I guess here it could work, but elsewhere it would not. And then it's these guys that need to then be one-wayed, and this needs to turn into a regular road. And then we can one-way this down all the way through there, which actually works out pretty well. And then we can just one-way. Oh, we got rid of. Oh, no, that's supposed to be 2-wayed. Okay. And then this one's the one that needs to be one-wayed. Okay. Confused myself there for a second. Alright. Was this supposed to become like a main road or something? I'm not understanding why these were set with tree or with grass on them. Not quite understanding that. But okay, so all of these except for these 2 over here need to go. So maybe this would be okay elevated. There's a good amount of space here. We could probably get an off-ramp and an on-ramp in here, and it's going to auto-save when I'm trying to do this. And it would kind of make sense for it to be elevated, or even sunken below ground. I'm afraid of how this is going to look, because it's going to come through here. It's basically going to split this part of the city in half. And then it's going to, okay, so if let's just do this for now. Let's grab this road. So we'll have, let's see here, so we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then, and then one more. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. No, it's not. Oh, it's snapping. It's snapping. We gotta turn off, I think it's that one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we want to snap to the road, but not that. So that's good for 2 lanes, but if we need to expand this out, I have a feeling that that's not going to work out so well. No, not at all. Oh, so this may just be a very bottlenecked road. Hopefully we don't need more than 2 lanes through here. Just going to kind of suck, but we could just very well just keep it elevated, because it's going to be elevated at least over this part. We're going to drop an off-ramp and then bring an on-ramp, because it's got to come over this, and then shortly after it's got to come over this, so there's not much room for it to come down. And now it's got to come over this and this as it comes through here. So we can get an on. Can we maybe get another, I guess we can get an off around this corner, and then possibly another on. I think the main concern is going to be getting off ramps onto here, because we want to make sure that everything's covered. I guess we don't have snapping now, so I guess we could leave a little bit more space in the middle. So if we did 3, is that too much? I think that was too much. Yeah, so that's too much. So if we did 2, it's going to bring it pretty close to the frontage road, which is going to leave a really wide median. I'm not sure I want that, because then getting off ramps into here, what am I doing, is going to be a real pain to do, because of it's not snapping, but there's not much room. So I guess we might just be stuck with 2 lanes through here. And if we really, really need to, we can move some of these frontage roads over, but I would prefer not to. Let's actually, let's turn on snapping again, so I can at least get it to the right spot. So Let's get it up to 12. And let's bring it up to elevated. And we'll go straight. And then we got to turn snapping off, which is going to bring it to this. Yeah, so I think that's about as good as we're going to get, to be honest with you. It's not really ideal. It's not really what I want, but is that even on both sides? It is not even on both sides. Oh, yes, it is. Is it? I think so, yeah. So 2 and 2? Yeah, it's even. Right? Yes, okay. It's hard to tell with the kind of slight transparency that it has. So 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna say it's even. I'm gonna say that's good. As it comes through here, it gets a little bit more spaced out. So as we need, we can make it work. I want these to kind of follow the same sort of pathing if we can. So what that might entail is, let's turn off zoning on that road. Let's turn off zoning on that road because it's not really needed right now. That just completely bugged that out, which is nice. And then let's see here. Let's set that to ground level so it actually puts some things down. So we probably want it to slightly start curving off there so we can get at least the one side to follow this, and then we can get the other side too. So we'll probably come about there. Maybe we should come all the way to the maybe we should come all the way to the side here. Or would that be too much? I think one in will be fine. That is definitely too high. There we go. So if we do that, and then we delete that, I don't even know how far over that was, or if it's going to match, but if we kind of follow, oh, wow, that was really smart of me, wasn't it? Oh, the whole point of that was to, yeah, let's try this again, is to follow that around kind of how I want it. So I think we'll just do a little bit of a curve at the end, kind of get it going the direction that we want, and we will follow that with, so we'll come like this, do that, and then we'll do a nice little curve at the end. Hopefully we can kind of match that up with this side. I think it should match it pretty well. Should we come, I think we'll kind of try and give ourselves as much room over there. We got a good amount of room to expand the freeway if need be, so that's good. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now the big challenge is going to be lining these up, but it should be actually kind of simple, I'm thinking, but now I say that, it's probably not going to be. And that got messed up because I turned off snapping here, so snapping is off. Let's turn that back on. That's pretty much how I was expecting it to go, and it went pretty well, so that's good. That one needs to come a little bit more, which I kind of figured was going to happen. So this is definitely going to be a very downtown type of freeway. It's going to have some fairly, you know, sharp curves and a lot of curves as well, as just in general be kind of tight on space and kind of limited on what it can do. So this will come through here like this, and it'll do like that. Okay, so the biggest problems I can see so far is just trying to get off ramps and on ramps and everything onto here. Are these one-wayed? I think it is now. Okay, so if we do if we turn off snapping first off, and we bring, so we're gonna have an off. So do we want an on or another off? I'm thinking mainly it's gonna be, so this will be an off and that'll be an on, just to kind of help people use this. Is there a way to, I mean, because these are going to be off, so we're going to have plenty of space over here, so we could have these kind of match up with these guys, which would be alright. It's going to be hard around the curve, though. Yeah, I don't think they're exactly centered. They are not, but we'll deal with that. This one, oh, it's auto-saving. I was trying to be all careful, trying to get it to come over, and it wasn't doing it, and that explains a lot. Actually, no, that needs to go right there. Okay, I think they actually are. I don't know, I keep going back and forth. So if we do this kind of right there, you know, that doesn't look half bad. I think we can get away with that. This one, on the other hand, we need some snapping on. This one will look pretty good too. Just need to kind of get the right spot to make it work right. Yeah, because it keeps wanting to do that. This one we could probably turn or have snapping on, at least for this part, and then actually turn it off and then kind of follow this road around, and then it could merge in with some snapping, something kind of like that. So it'll just kind of follow the road. Does it actually cut into the road? I don't think so. All the grids are kind of starting to combine here. Jeez. All right. So let's turn off snapping again. Let's turn off snapping again, and let's just go straight. So we don't need a huge amount of space. We can get away with a fairly good slope here. Doesn't need to be anything extreme. What does that look like? Yeah, see, that's pretty good, and it already comes up to ground level right there, or up to highway level, so that works out pretty well. And now we just need to be able to squeeze this in somehow, some way. I guess at this point it could be ground level just to prevent any major problems, but that actually works out really well. Look at that. I was afraid this wasn't going to look that good, but it's actually looking pretty decent. We aren't going to be able to get another ramp in there like I was hoping, unfortunately, but that's okay. That actually worked out really well, so that's good. Let's do this. Let's turn off snapping, and we will just try to. Oh, it gets all. Can we try? Where should we try to? I guess we could try to connect right in there. How is that slope? That slope's pretty good. I wasn't even there, but I could kind of tell. I could tell for the most part it was pretty good. So if we go to here and we actually change that to a road, I was afraid of that. We may need to go just a little bit more down like this, and now try to connect it in. It's just because that intersection's so close right there. And actually, oh no, I thought that was our 2-lane road. Where does that run anyways? Oh, it's all the way down here. We're good. Good. I was afraid we might have severed that. Can we go just a little bit more, maybe? Maybe just like there? And maybe there? No. What if we did the move it tool? Oh. No, maybe not. What if we kind of did something crazy like that? How bad does that look? It actually doesn't look too bad. I think it's going to have to work just because of what we have to work with here, unfortunately. Okay, so let's go back and let's kind of one-way these roads. And let's make sure that these go in the right direction. Oh, I think it's just that section there. Okay. So up until there, okay. And these are all now going the right way, sort of. There we go. So that's a pretty nice little on-ramp there. And it's fairly smooth, and then you have some time to get some speed up, which is good. And then you merge slowly up here, because we don't really have too much to worry about. We will have another on-ramp here at this point, but aside from that, you really don't have too much to worry about, so that's good. Yeah, so now we got to connect into there. So what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna kind of take this shoulder bank, this river bank here, the shoulder bank, and kind of follow that as best as we can. And I don't know, can we get something similar? Oh, we don't have snapping on. There we go. So do we have something similar that we can get with this one? I think that looks pretty good. It drops pretty good there. Does that give enough clearance here? I think if we got the move it tool and we actually brought these up a little bit, like so, just a little bit, mainly this one. Yeah, this one mainly needs it. So let's bring this up just to about there. It doesn't have to be perfect, spot on, but I just want to make sure that there's enough room under here and make sure it looks all right. Okay. So if we kind of do something along these lines. Now, do we want to bring one that curves? We don't really need to. The main point of this freeway is for everybody coming this direction and leaving in this direction out of the downtown. If they're going this way through downtown, we kind of want to avoid that. But that would be pretty good too, so they could get over to here and into this area downtown without clogging the roads. Actually, that may be a better idea. We may do that. Let's see here. So if we do something kind of along these lines, because we also remember we also need to get up height as well, because we got to get over that bridge. So if we kind of come up to 24, because we need to go above 12, and then we need to kind of connect into this guy. How are we going to do that? Okay. Let's see here. So that's pretty close. Does it need to be up that high? I don't think it needs to be up quite that high either. So if we kind of... Okay, let's redo this. So what are we at there? We are at 12. I don't think we need to come up to 24. Let's try 20 and see what that gets us. So if we kind of... That's still pretty high. I don't think we need to come up to 20. I was going to try and finish it, but, you know, we really should get it to the right height first. What about just... Let's go by 2. Yeah, let's go get a pillar in the middle there. That's pretty good. Wow, even the pillars now go through. That's actually really nice, because now I can play with that and move it as I need, rather than have to try to add it later on, which is good. So this kind of comes off here, so it needs to come up to 15. So what if we kind of what are we doing? Oh, we're auto-saving. Of course we are. So what if we... Come on, thank you. Let's grab this road, and let's come up to... How high is that trying to get up? Okay. That's really strange. It's trying to snap to... Oh, what if we... Oh, but then it won't follow that. Let's see, what is that at? Okay, that's too high, I think. I'm honestly not sure. Or did I turn off snapping? I don't think I did. Oh well. Oh yeah, no I didn't. Okay. So if we kind of start coming around, we almost could get tucked in a little bit quicker than that, couldn't we? Not really, actually. No. That's actually going to be a little bit sharper of a curve than I think I would want it to be, but it's just going to have to be something along these lines. What height is that at? Does it tell me? Okay. So something like that. Wow, look at how steep that is. I don't really like that at all. I don't think it was following the slope mod at all. Because if we go to ground level, I know we need to fix this part, which we will do in a second. If I could get up to there, which will have to go all the way back here. And we're on the wrong one now. Great. All right, let's try this. So if we go into here, but it just seems like I can't. Okay. Can I? Thank you. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not terrible. It's doable. We definitely killed the aesthetic of the river there, but I don't really like how that looks. I think we can make that look a little bit better. And we can definitely make this look a lot better. Do I have bending? I think I had bending turned off. If we just kind of, unfortunately, it's trying to snap to something there. And that's unfortunate, because I think it's actually raising up. No, it's coming down. It's coming down. Okay. So if we, let's see, at that point it snaps. So I just need this. I guess just keep it level there. But then that's gonna raise up quite a bit, isn't it? That's not gonna look very good. Okay. Yeah, that raises up kind of weird right there. It actually lowers right there, which is a little bit of a problem. So let's not even focus on that. Let's not even focus on trying to line that up. Let's actually get this out of the way first. So we don't really need to come up all that much here. So let's just do that. It's really hard to build over a river in this game. I'm gonna say that right now. I already knew that, but I thought these mods would help a little bit, but not necessarily. It's still quite difficult to do so. Okay, if we do something like that, nope. Okay, can we kind of get that to then kind of follow here? Kind of do something like that, possibly. I think that actually works. Yeah, I think that actually worked, which is good. And we can move that pillar around, and that'll be good. And then we can actually get people onto this freeway, hopefully without, I didn't even think about how close we were. Okay, we got some space, so if we kind of follow this closely, if we can get to the right tool, and kind of, is that too high? That is a little too high. And just kind of follow it. That actually looks really good. Okay, so just kind of merge into there. That works. It gives it plenty of space between there and there. So now, at the very least, we can get that done, and then we can actually. Do we want the off-ramp to connect on this side, maybe? I mean, we have plenty of room. We could make it work. As it comes down to, well, what if we did something crazy? Like that, right? Does that give enough clearance here? I think, oh yeah, plenty of clearance. I just wish that wasn't so bad right there. I don't know how else to put that. It's just at too much of an angle for me. Okay, that might be better. What if we can get away with that? Oh, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, nice and smooth. Not perfect over here still, but still not bad. So if we go into here and then change that to 3 lanes. Is that 3 lanes? That is 3 lanes. Maybe we should kind of tweak this so we don't get turn arrows instead. Let's grab this. Just do this. Okay. So let's make sure that that'll be a road, and then we can grab the 3 lanes, and then we can do that, and then that should, it's still counting it for some reason. Oh, because there we go. Yes, that's more what I want. That's perfect. So we'll have a merge point there. I'm thinking that will actually allow these guys to go into either the middle or this lane, and then these guys will be forced into this lane, just so that people, because I have a feeling we have a lot of people turning right here. From what I've seen and what we've been having, that's kind of what I expect. Does that look alright? I think it looks alright. We have a lot of bubbles over here we need to take care of. But yeah, I think that looks good. Now the question is people gonna use it? We got one side done. That was the main side that I was worried about. We did sever the city a little bit, but unfortunately, it's kind of what we have to do. Is anybody using this? No, not yet. Hopefully they will. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to learn that it is there. Of course. Oh, you know what the problem is? I know exactly what the problem is. And that is the fact that this is going the wrong way. That would explain a lot of why people are not using it. Do we have the right tool? Now we do. There we go. So they will come into there. Now this is going the right way. There we go. We still have a problem here. What's going on? And we're out of saving. Of course. Come on. Thank you. It's definitely getting interesting now because we are completely freezing. Oh, this road. Oh, we did build it the wrong way around. Wow. I thought that was I thought I did that one the right way. Okay, this one was built the wrong way around as well. All these things I thought. And you know what? Let's just do this for now. To just do it. And we'll do that. So everybody knows where they're going here. Is anybody going to use it? I guess is the real question now that we got things set up like they should be. Yes, look at that. So I have a feeling, I'm hoping that, wow, yeah, that's a good amount. People are getting off there, and then where are they going from here? They're actually getting all the way over there to make a left or go straight? Make a left, okay. Yeah, look at the amount of cars. Okay, good. So that should kind of split up traffic a little bit. I really was trying to avoid building an interchange over the river. But unless we kind of push it back here, that's kind of what we're going to need to do. So that kind of gives us a little bit of an idea. I would love to watch this during rush hour and see exactly how they're using it and whatnot. Now this drops down and then comes back up. This all needs a little bit of tweaking for sure right now because it just does not look very good. I thought I had the slopes mod on, but I guess not. Really doesn't need to drop down too much there. Okay. So does that look alright at all? It kind of looks alright, I guess. Is anybody getting off? Okay, anybody getting off at this one? Yeah, people are getting off at that one. And then they can just go straight into downtown. That is actually a good freeway offering there. And they're actually surprisingly making a lot of lefts there, which is interesting to me. I thought they would be making a lot more rights, but it looks like they're actually making some lefts. Okay, so they get off there. So I'm thinking, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll force these guys, so this will be a single lane coming through here. We'll force these guys into this lane, but this will be a left, and then this will be an everything lane, so it'll go straight, left, and right, so, and then this will go just right. So that'll kind of hopefully sort out any issues that we might have in this area. I actually have a little bit of traffic coming through here, which is cool. Yeah, just, I mean, anything off of this intersection up here is welcome, so I'm definitely curious as to what this will do for rush hour, and then we want to get this side going, and then I want to get this kind of fixed up a little bit. It's not too bad. The little bit of fixing up I did actually helped out quite a bit, so that's good, but actually I think I like how it's looking. I'm not totally convinced on this ramp yet. I need to kind of mess with it and see what it'll be like. But aside from that, I think it's looking pretty good. So, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out all the other videos I do on this channel. And as always, thanks for watching.